Hi guys, welcome and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Speedy Travels. Guys, on today's video, we'll be looking at how to apply for the Slovakia National Scholarship 2025 in Europe. So for the eligibility of this scholarship program, we are going to be looking at the eligibility criteria. So it requires that a student who are university students at universities outside Slovakia, a student of the second level of higher education, master student, or are students who at the time of the application deadline have already completed at least 2.5 years of their university studies in the same or similar study program, will be on a student stay in Slovakia during their higher education outside Slovakia, and who will be accepted by a public, private, or state higher education institute in Slovakia for an academic mobility to study in Slovakia. Okay, all three conditions must be met. This category does not apply to PhD studies or their equivalent. So during a scholarship stay, students of 1 and 2 full semester, okay, or 1 to 3 full semester in case the academic year is divided into three trimesters. Okay, so for the PhD student whose higher education or scientific training takes place outside Slovakia and who are accepted by a public, private, or state higher education institute or a research institute in Slovakia eligible to carry out a doctoral study program, if that makes sense. So duration of a study scholarship. So duration of a scholarship study PhD student is about 1 to 10 months. Okay. So for the university teachers, researchers, and artists who are invited to a teaching or research or artistic stay in Slovakia by an institution with a valid certificate of eligibility to carry out research and development, which is not a business company, and it has its seat in Slovakia. During duration of a scholarship stay, universities, teacher, researchers, or artists is about 1 to 10 months. Okay, so please take note. Now, citizens of any country in the world except the citizen of Slovakia can apply for a scholarship stay in Slovakia in the framework of the NSP, that's National Scholarships Program. Okay, so reapplying for the scholarship. So in case of reapplying for a scholarship, the application can only be approved if between the deadline by which the applicant resubmitted the application and the deadline by which the NSP scholarship was last awarded and received, at least 2 years including have passed. Okay, exceptions to this condition can only be in cases of what special consideration, especially if the previous stay supported by the scholarship was affected by an extraordinary circumstances caused by force majeure. Okay, maybe pandemic, military conflict, etc. Okay, so this scholarship does not support international students and PhD students accepted for full degree higher education. Okay, then the next one is university teachers, researchers, and artists without PhD degree or its equivalent. Okay, another one is international applicants who within the speed of um, who within the period of 36 months prior to the application deadline have spent in the territory of the Slovak Republic 15 or more months in total. International applicants who are accepted for a scholarship stay in Slovakia in the framework of other scholarship programs funded from the public resource, e.g. International Vice Grad Fund, Erasmus Plus, CEEPs, bilateral agreement, etc. Okay, so for the amount of the scholarship and organization of stay, we have different category and monthly. So a university student of the second level of education, higher education, see the monthly pay. Okay, 620 euro. PhD students about 1025.50 euros. University teachers researchers artistic, see the amount. Okay, so you just have to come here and look at all of this good stuff. Now, this scholarship is intended to cover international scholarship holders living costs, that is the cost related to staying in Slovakia, like food, accommodation, etc., during their study, research, or artistic or teaching stay at university and a research organization in Slovakia. Okay, now these scholarship holders can ask for assistance concerning accommodation and formalities related to entering and staying in the territory of Slovak Republic, either his or her host institution, or he or she can handle all the necessities, him or herself. So scholarship holders whose scholarship stays in Slovakia lasts longer than 90 days and who are a citizen of countries outside the European Union, European Economic Area and Switzerland, who needs for their stay in Slovakia a temporary residence permit, are obliged to submit to the Foreign Police Office a confirmation that they do not suffer from any disease threatening public health within 30 days from being awarded the temporary residence. Okay, so you just have to come here and read all of the good stuffs. Okay, so coming to the application deadlines, the application deadline is 30th April at 16 o'clock CET. Scholarship stays during the next academic year, that is 2026. Then 31st October, so it's still forward. Scholarship stays during the summer semester of the current academic year. Okay, so this scholarship is going to, the application deadline will end in 31st October, 4 o'clock in CET. Okay, so submitting the application. So let me even open this. Mm. So for the submission of the applications, you are expected to submit online. Okay, online application system is open at least 6 weeks prior to the application deadline, so it's currently open. Okay, so applicants are allowed to submit applications and the required attachments in Slovak or English language only. In case of documents written in other language, the application must contain the original documents together with their official translation into Slovak or English language, respective of the applicant may submit a translation certified by the institution that issued the respective document instead. Okay, so if you are not English speaking, you have to bring a translation of your language, and it has to be certified by the institution that provided the document. Okay, so they have different documents that must be required to online application for a study stay in case of international students. So they have curriculum vitae, that's your CV, motivation letter, detailed study program. Okay, two recommendation letter issued by applicants, university teachers. This is a must. Confirmation officially issued by the applicant's home higher education institution, confirming that the applicant is a regular student of the respective higher education institution at the time of applying. Okay, this is for the two recommendation letter. Okay, now you have to also bring this one is for bachelor's diploma. Okay, acceptance or invitation letter issued by applicant hosts higher education institution in Slovak, including the period of stay. This one is for bachelor's, it's not for PhD or masters. Okay, now required documents that must be attached to online application for study, research, artistic stay. In case of international PhD students, you also have to provide your CV, motivation letter, detailed study or research or artistic program, recommendation letter issued by applicant destination supervisor. Okay, then for masters, you have to include list of publication or artistic activities in required form, assistance or invitation letter issued by applicant host, higher education institution, research organization in Slovakia, including the period of stay. Okay, so all of these things are what you have to come and read by yourself. So for the selection procedure, scholarships and or travel allowance, travel grants are not legally enforceable. Meeting of all the formal requirements of the program according to the respective call for applications, applicants' quality content of applicants' proposed stay and its necessity, and the National Scholarship Program budget availability related to this respective call for application have an impact on granting the scholarship from the NSP source. Okay, so it's very important you come here to read all of these good stuffs. Okay, and read the selection procedures and everything that you need to know about this scholarship. Okay, so let's look at this national scholarship program. So deadline for this scholarship program is 31st of October. They still have time upward. So the earliest date of the beginning of the stay is 1st of February of the following year. That's next year. The latest date of the beginning of the stay is 1st April of the following year. That's 2026. Now for the PhD University Teachers and Artistic, the earliest date of the beginning of the stay is 1st February of the following year. That's 2026. And the latest date of the beginning of the stay is 31st August of the following year. That's 2026. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. We've talked about all of these requirements. Okay, we've talked about it. If you need more hints or more information, then visit the link and know more about them. So when you are done reading all of this good stuff, to be able to apply, you can apply application for students 1 or 2 semesters incoming to Slovakia, application for PhD students 1 to 10 months incoming to Slovakia, application for university teachers, researchers and artistics 1 to 10 months incoming Slovakia. So now they said applicants are allowed to submit their fill-in application and the required attachment in Slovak or English language only. Documents written in other languages must be officially translated into Slovak or English language, while translation can be certified by the same institution that issued the respective document. So you just have to come here and apply. You click on either of these three depending on the one that you want to apply for. Let's say that I want to apply for this one. Network has been really funny, so when you click on it, you will see the list of how you can apply. Okay, so yeah, if you find this video really helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share this video link to someone you know it could be of much benefit to. See you guys on my next video, and please do not make this your last. Todos.